Good morning, friends, and welcome to this webinar on cloud computing.
Yeah, hi, good morning, Shakeel.
Yeah, Bharat. Okay, we can take it as a first demo actually, because yesterday we have not conducted anything. So today is our official first demo session. Okay, so we'll try to see what is cloud computing, and we'll just try to go with more details of cloud computing today. Fine. So before we go with cloud computing or anything about cloud computing, let me just introduce myself. I'm Shakeel here, friends. I have like 14 plus years of IT experience, industry experience. I have, started my career way back in 2006 and 7. And back in those days, I started my career as a Windows Server admin, Windows Server administration. And with this Windows Server administration, I did my networking part also, network administration. You know, those courses like CCNA, CCNP, CCIE. Cisco is a very famous company that provides you the, network certification. So I did all my networking from Cisco side. Okay. And whenever I talk about servers, Windows is one server and the other server is Linux server. So I have knowledge of this Linux server administration. I have trained people on Linux server also, especially the Red Hat Linux and the CentOS Linux. Okay. I know about the Ubuntu also. This is the Linux server administration part also I have covered in my career. Okay. Computer network is all about, applications and data. And to provide security to applications and data is one of the major things we do in our computer networks. So I did my security part also. Security part where, I know about firewalls, and I know how to deal with firewalls, how to configure firewalls, and how to provide security by using these firewalls. All these things I have seen in my career. Okay. And there is a technology called virtualization technology. I have trained many people on this virtualization technology. Okay. Cloud computing is because of virtualization. I can say in a simple way, or because of this virtualization technology, the cloud computing came. So virtualization is such a major part of our cloud administration, or virtualization is very major part of our IT infrastructure, that without understanding the concept of virtualization, it's very difficult for us to understand many things in cloud. So I have not only, I not only have the concept of virtualization, I have trained people on virtualization also. I used to take virtualization classes till 2020 actually. But last couple of years or 3 years or 4 years in a way, cloud computing has become so famous and so popular that the demand of virtualization came down. So the companies where the virtualization technology was used, these companies were, slowly moving into the cloud computing technology. But like I said, because of virtualization only, the concept of cloud came. So what is virtualization, how it is, related with cloud and all those things, it will take me at least one session there to discuss all the details of virtualization. Okay. And for last 5 years or so, I'm into the cloud computing. So this is my experience here, friend. Last 13, 14, 15 years, I've been to like different, platforms inside the IT technology, like servers, Windows servers and Linux servers, networking part, security, virtualization. And finally, for last 4 or 5 years, I'm into this cloud computing technology. And my friend, when you go with this cloud computing technology, you should learn about virtualization. You should have the knowledge of virtualization. You should learn security. You should know the concept of Linux servers. You should know the concepts of Windows servers, as well as you should know the concepts of computer networks. Cloud computing is a technology where all the above technologies will come. It's not like a new technology, my friend. Cloud computing did not come suddenly from anywhere. Cloud computing is a technology which is, using the existing technologies, which came from the existing technologies like servers, Linux and Windows servers, security part like your firewall, okay, virtualization part, okay, networking part like routers and switches, and there is something called storage also. So that is also included in cloud. So all these things came inside this particular cloud computing concept. Okay, so when we go with the server part, I need to go through from basics of Linux and basics of Windows. When we go with the networking part of cloud, we need to go with the basics of networking. When we go with the security part of cloud, we need to go with the basics of cloud, basics of security in cloud. Got it? So hopefully my experience and my, expertise in all the above technologies will be very useful for me to present the cloud computing concept in the best way possible. Fine. Now, let
Uh,
us.
Shakil, just a moment. Sorry to interrupt. Yeah, will you cover all these basics of security, virtualization, along with the cloud, the basics and things?
See, everything is like a module. Security is like a module. Servers is like a module. Networking is like a module. So whenever I start any module there, my friend, I need to start a module from very basics. Without covering the basics, I cannot take you into the advanced part. That will be like a, in cricketing terminology, we call it as a bouncer, right? What is a bouncer? Something going above the head. So if I just simply start a topic without covering the basics, it's like a bouncer for you.
Yeah, true.
Okay, so I'll be covering all the bases. I'll be covering each and every basic before I go with a major topic.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, yeah. Now, let us set the agenda for today. There are two major questions that we are trying to address today. One is, what is cloud computing? This is the one question. And who can learn cloud computing? Pre-requirements. Okay, what is cloud computing and who can learn cloud computing? Let me just come to this second question first. Who can learn cloud computing? See here, my friend. Any person with any background, you just need to have any bachelor's or master's degree with you. Bachelor's maybe or master's maybe from like say IT background or non-IT background. Maybe someone is a civil engineer here. Maybe someone has done BTech in like say civil or mechanical, or someone is a BCom graduate here, or someone is a like say BA graduate or BE, BA, whatever. Someone is coming from MBA marketing background. Someone is coming from MBA HR background. This cloud computing is open for all. The reason is whenever I take a topic, whenever I start a main module here, I'll be starting that module from very basic. Like for example, storage. Storage will take at least 1 week for us to complete. It's a very important module we have in our cloud. So when I start this storage concept here, I need to start this storage from very basic. What is storage? What are the types of storages we have? Why this storage? Why not that particular storage? All the details I need to cover first. Then I'll go with the cloud storage. Okay, so when I say there are no basic requirements needed, I mean to say whatever basic requirements are needed, I'll be covering all these things. That is what it means here. Each and every basics will be covered before we start a major topic here, my friend. So there is absolutely no need for you to worry about the basics. You just need to know how to use a computer and how to use the internet. If you know these two things, you are more than eligible to learn the cloud computing concept. And we are in 2023 here, right? We are not in 2003. Back in those days, I remember when I was in college, people used to ask me like, do you know how to use a computer? But today, everyone knows how to use a computer for sure. So everyone is eligible to learn this cloud computing concept, and everyone is eligible to make a career in this cloud computing concept. Whether you're coming from any XYZ background, it doesn't matter. Today, if this is your first demo session, today is the first day for you to learn or to start your career in cloud computing. You are absolutely at the right place here, my friend. No need to worry about anything. Just try to concentrate what we are discussing in our classroom session. Okay, that is the one thing. Okay, before we go to what is cloud computing, one more thing here. This is a live session. You should have the option of interacting with the trainer. Always try to use a chat box here, my friend. See, I'm sending a message in the chat box. I'm just saying hello all. I hope everyone can see this message here. So the chat box is always open here, my friend. Whenever you have any doubt, any questions, any queries, please try to use the chat box and send your query in the chat box. Chat box is open today and chat box will be open till the last session or the last minute of our course. I'm not disabling chat box here. And the other thing is muting and unmuting option is with you. I'm not muting you. You have the option of unmuting yourself and you can talk to me directly. Better just, wait for till the end of the session so that, at the end of the session, we can have the better interactions. But in case if there is an emergency question, if you want to ask something in urgent, then you can simply unmute yourself and you can go with your question. Always remember, whenever you are learning anything online, you should have the option of interacting with the trainer, at least with the chat box, at least with the messages, or with direct communication. So both the options are available for you. So try to utilize both the things and just try to learn the cloud computing concept in the best way possible. Do not take any questions back home. If you feel shy to ask a question, then it's your loss, my friend. Okay, so at least use the chat box and send your questions in the chat box so that I can come to your question and I can address your question in the best way possible. Done. Now, let us see what is cloud computing now. The big question, what is cloud computing? Why it is so famous? Why people are simply using cloud computing? Why companies are simply moving into cloud? I'm not sure how many people know what is cloud computing here, but I can say one thing with 100% guarantee. Every one of you is actually using cloud computing. I'm saying maybe you don't know what is cloud computing, but I'm saying every one of you knows how to use cloud computing. Every day you are using cloud computing in your life. Without cloud computing, you cannot survive. Now, what is cloud computing? Cloud computing is all about your internet. See, you send a message to me on WhatsApp, for example. Where is that message located actually? That message is located somewhere on a WhatsApp server, right? So that WhatsApp server is cloud. That WhatsApp server is what? That WhatsApp server is actually cloud. You pay some money through Phone Pay or Google Pay. So when you pay the money, where is the record located? Where is your transaction record located? It is located in SBI server or ICICI server. So what is that SBI server? It is a cloud. When you ordered some food using Swiggy or Zomato, where exactly the food order will be, present, it will be again present in a Swiggy or Zomato server. So that is again in cloud. So whatever activities you do over the internet by using your mobile phone or laptop or desktop, everything is recorded on a server, and that server is located on a cloud. If you connect to the WhatsApp application, the server is there in the WhatsApp company. If you connect to the Swiggy or Zomato, that particular server is there with Swiggy and Zomato. If you want to book a cab, Ola or Uber, that particular server is there with Ola or Uber. Okay, if you pay some money, that particular information is there with that server. So literally whatever we do over the internet is there on cloud. Normally whenever we start using internet, one of the initial things we do over the internet is we create our accounts. Let's say email account or Facebook account or Instagram account, isn't it? From there only we start using internet, right? If you remember, like 5, 7, 10, 20 years before, from there only you start using internet. I created my email account in the year 2005, 2006, around that time I created my mail account. So from 2005, actually, I am connected to cloud. I repeat, from 2005, I am connected to cloud. So literally, I am connected to cloud for last 14, 15, 16 years. So in future also will be connected to cloud. Okay, so this is such a big thing. Now, let us go back to the basic question. What is cloud? We are connected, but what exactly is cloud here now? I'll take two very simple examples here. One example is of your data. What is data here? Data means some information. It can be files or folders or audio files, video files, okay, text messages. Everything comes under data category, right? So when I say data, you should think of anything that is there over the internet. You should think of anything which is there in your mobile phone. So everything comes under the data category. Now the question here is, where exactly I can keep my data? For example, if I ask you a question, you have an account in Gmail or Yahoo Mail, any mail server, there is an account. And you have all your emails located there. You might have sent some emails, you might have received some emails, you might have deleted some emails. So let us say sent email and received email. Where they are located? They are located in the Gmail server. So this Gmail server is a place where my emails are located, your emails are located, and all the other people who are using the Gmail services, their emails are located in the Gmail server. So what exactly we do here is we just create an account and we send and receive the email. But Gmail server is a place where all our data is located. Email is what? Email is a data, right? So our data is located on the Gmail server. Now the question here is, who is managing this Gmail server? Where exactly is this Gmail server? Who will troubleshoot this Gmail server? Everything is done by the cloud provider. Everything is done by the Gmail company itself, right? They have the control on the Gmail server. Okay, they can manage the Gmail server. They can troubleshoot the Gmail server. Everything is done by them. What we do as a user, we just connect to that server. We use the server. That's it. Okay, so this is your data. Okay, let us take one more example here. You know this Google Drive, drive.google.com. Of course, you know this, right? You are using this Google Drive for many years now. So when you create an account in Google Drive, you know what happens here? You will get how much GB free space here, friends? You will get around 15 GB free space here. You can see your storage is how much? 15 GB, 15. And in this 15 GB, what you can do? You can keep some family photos here, NCSC folder, CCNA folder, VMware, AWS 8 p.m. batch, AWS 5 p.m. batch. So what I did here, I just created a Google Drive there. And in this Google Drive, I'm creating many files and folders here. If you go to this AWS 5 p.m. folder here, see what you see here now. There are many documents I have created here. For example, if I go to a document like, let's say subnetting, I can open this and I can see all the files here now. I can see all the content in this particular file. But you know, my friend, how many people are accessing this particular document here? All the people with whom I have shared this particular document, they can access. Means Google company is providing you 15 GB of storage, and they are saying if you have to keep your data in our 15 GB storage, keep data in this 15 GB storage, which is absolutely free. Okay, and keep the data in our storage. And if you want to share this particular data with multiple users, you can share this data with multiple users by using a link or by giving permissions to that particular mail ID. We can do this. So up to 15 GB, it is free. But let us say my 15 GB is done. How much I am used here already? Approximately 9 GB I have already used. Okay, another 6 GB is available for me. So once the 15 GB is over, what should I do? I need to click on get more storage here. Now see here, my friend, for 100 GB, how much I need to pay? I need to pay 130 rupees per month. For 2 TB, how much I need to pay? 650 rupees per month. That means Google people are saying, listen, you need storage here. So we are ready to provide you with storage. How much storage you need? 2 GB, 10 GB, 15 GB, 100 GB, 200 GB, whatever storage you need, we are ready to provide you with this storage. You just need to pay some money to us. So we are more than happy to pay money, and we are more than happy to use this storage from them. Now, what is the advantage of using a storage from a company like Amazon, Microsoft, or Google? The advantage here is I can access my data from any location across the globe. See, right now I'm sitting in India. In India, I'm sitting in a city like Hyderabad. Let's say tomorrow I'm in Dubai. Let's say after 1 week, I'm in Brazil. After 1 month, let's say I'm somewhere in Australia. If I go to Dubai or Brazil or Australia, can I access my data from these places? Of course, I can do this, right? What I have to do, I just need to connect to the Google Drive, which is a cloud for me. I just need to connect to Google Drive by using my username and password. And again, I can access all the files and folders. If I am in Dubai, or if I'm in Brazil, or if I'm in Australia, my Google Drive will be exactly like this. I will see a CCNA folder there. I will see some family photos. I will see MCSC folder. I will see VMware folder. I will see each and everything exactly in the same order. This is the concept of cloud computing, my friend. In cloud computing, you know what we can do? In cloud computing, we have the option of taking storage from a company like Amazon, Microsoft, Google, IBM, Cisco, DigitalOcean, Oracle, Alibaba. There are many companies. So we can take storage from them and we can keep data in that particular storage. So what we need to do, we just need to manage our data. Coming to the servers where the data is located, we are not responsible for those servers. Who will manage these servers? Amazon people, Google people, Microsoft people, they are known as cloud providers. So they will manage all my data. Simple, right? I just need to keep an account. I just need to store my data in that account, and whatever storage I'm using for that, I need to pay some minimum charges. So instead of keeping data in our local server, a local laptop, or local mobile phone. Now, can you please tell me whatever data is there in your mobile phone or whatever data is there in your laptop, how much guarantee you can give for that particular data? Let's say out of 100%. 100% means like, 100% guarantee there, right? But out of 100%, how much guarantee you can give for your data? My data is this much secure. Anyone here who can say like 100% secure, 90% secure, 80% secure? No one can say this, right? No one can say even like 70% also. At any given time, the hard disk can crash. At any given time, we can lose our mobile phone. At any given time, our mobile phone can stop working. It can be dead completely. Or while the mobile phone is on charge or the laptop is on charge due to some electricity failure, there can be some, power fluctuation there and your mobile phone can burn. Then what about your data? Anyone here who can say with 90% at least, like the data is 90% safe and secure in the laptop or the mobile phone? No, my friend, no one can say this. But you know what cloud people will say? Cloud like Amazon, Microsoft, Google, all these people, they will say, we will provide 99.9999999% guarantee. This is not 100% for sure, but see how much guarantee they are giving here. They are saying we will provide you 99.9999% guarantee for your data. They will say if you upload your data in our Google Drive or if you upload the data in our Amazon data center, this much data guarantee will be there. It is actually nearly 100%, but 100% will be a too big statement to make. So they say like 99.999%. Okay. Why they are saying 99% actually? Because a company like Amazon, they have data centers in multiple locations. Want to see the data center actually? See there, my friend. What you see there is actually a data center. You can see one person staring at the data center. He is actually one of the administrator in that particular data center. And what you see in the backside, all those, blocks, they are actually known as racks. Every rack will have around 20-30 servers connected there. So the size of the data center that you see in the backside is at least bigger than 10 football grounds or maybe like 10 cricket grounds. I'm not talking about the gully cricket actually. I'm talking about the actual cricket ground. So the data center size is bigger than 10 or 20 or 50 football or cricket grounds. That is the size of that particular data center, my friend. So we will keep our data in these data centers. And Amazon people are not having data centers only in one location. They have data centers located in multiple locations. Hyderabad, Mumbai, Dubai, Cape Town, Bahrain, Melbourne, Sydney, Singapore, Tokyo, Brazil, South America, North America, Europe, Russia. Everywhere they have data centers across the globe. The data center, what you see right now on your screen, they have many data centers like this. So if you upload your file in Hyderabad data center, they will keep a copy in Mumbai data center also. Or within Hyderabad, actually, they have data centers located in different places. Data center 1, data center 2, data center 3. Data center 1 and data center 2, it will be around 50 to 60 kilometers apart. Data center 2 and data center 3, it can be up to 100 kilometers. The distance between these data centers within Hyderabad can be some 100 kilometer, 70 kilometers, 70, 80 kilometers. See, in case if there is any natural disaster happening, let's say floods, or let's say tsunami, or let's say earthquake, anything can happen anytime, right? So in case if any natural disaster happening, if one data center is down for some reason, your data is still available in the other data center. 70 kilometers, 80 kilometers is quite a big distance, right? So in case if one data center is down, the other data center is still available with your data. This is the reason they will give the guarantee up to 99.99999%. I can say with 100% guarantee, the data, like say photos or videos, what is there in my mobile phone, this data is not 100% secure, my friends. Anytime my mobile phone can stop working. Anytime I may lose my data. But over the cloud, 99% guarantee is there. This is the advantage of cloud here, my friend. Okay, so what is cloud computing here? Cloud computing is a process where we will keep our data on a server which is available in Amazon data center or Microsoft data center or Google data center, because these companies can provide me with more fault tolerance. These companies can provide me with more flexibility. See how much storage is there in your laptop. Let us say 1 TB storage is there in your laptop. Can you increase your storage from 1 TB to 2 TB? Of course you can do that, right? But what you should do for that, you should go to some shop somewhere, a showroom somewhere. You should take your laptop and there you should increase your storage from 1 TB to 2 TB. Is it possible, like, can you increase your storage from 1 TB to like 20 TB? No. Every machine there is a limit. In every machine there is a limit. Can you increase your storage in your let's say mobile phone for up to like 2 TB? No, right? Your mobile phone is supporting up to like 200 GB or 256 GB, something like that. You cannot increase up to like 2 TB. So everywhere there is a limit. But coming to cloud, you need 15 GB storage today. You can take 15 GB storage today. But let's say within next 30 seconds, you need 15 TB. From 15 GB, you want to increase up to like 15,000 GB. So within next couple of minutes, you can increase your data capacity, or storage capacity from 15 GB to 15 TB. That much flexibility is there, my friend. That much flexibility is there in cloud. At any given time, you can increase or decrease your storage. At any given time, you can, copy or delete your files. At any given time, you can access your data from storage, which is there over the cloud. Because of some of these reasons, the cloud is so famous, my friend. Brilliant, right? The cloud is such a brilliant idea that, one particular company will have huge infrastructure and they are allowing us to connect to their infrastructure and they are allowing us to, run our applications and store our data there. This is one example. Now, let us take a bit bigger example, a bit more technical example now. Data, you know very well, right? And you know how to keep the data and where to keep the data, all these things, But let me ask you a question. Can you tell me something about application? What exactly is application for you?
Application is the developer will develop the app and we can deploy these applications on the servers.
Okay, then. Okay, just tell me as a normal user, what is the application for you? Like a user who use internet by using mobile phone or laptop, what exactly is the application? Can you give me some examples of applications?
Well, the front end, whatever you're using, Chrome,
Uh,
the front end, the user friendly.
exactly, but I need some names of the application. Chrome is a good example. Beside Chrome, just see your mobile phone and tell me what are the applications you use every day in your mobile phone.
Windows,
Mobile phone, is it Windows? What applications you use in your mobile phone every day? Okay, can I say what's
Android
Android is your operating system. So the
application.
applications that we use regularly in our mobile phone, or let us say phone pay or Google Pay,
Yeah,
WhatsApp,
yeah,
Twitter. Then we have
yeah.
Yahoo Messenger, Facebook, Instagram, okay, Telegram. What else? Hotstar, Netflix.
OneDrive.
Yeah, I got the answers here now. OneDrive. These are the applications we use, right? Exactly,
Yeah.
Vishnu. These are the applications we use. Now, the big question here is where exactly these applications are running. Okay, programmer will develop these applications. We know this very well. But where exactly the applications are deployed? Where exactly the applications are running actually? This is
Deployed on
what we need.
servers.
Exactly. They are deployed on top of the server. Without a server, there is no application, right? Now, let us see this in more details. This is a very important example I'm taking here. So please try to concentrate here. Now, this is what the story is all about, my friend. The first thing is actually user. That is you and me. User is connected to the application like phone pay, Google Pay. Okay. And there are some many applications like let's say D2H applications, Hotstar, Netflix, Instagram. Okay. And there are many more applications. Truecaller is application. And if you're using some Bajaj, that Bajaj is application. Like there are Airtel, many applications. Okay. So we are connecting to applications. See, 99% people across the globe, they just connect to the application. They use the application. The job is done. They want to send a message through WhatsApp. They connect to the WhatsApp application. They are sending a message, text message, photo or video, whatever. Job is done. They want to pay some money using phone pay or Google Pay. So they just connect to phone pay or Google Pay and they just pay some money. Job is done. But no one knows where exactly the application is running. So as a cloud administrator, we should know where the application is running. Now see, my friend, the application is running actually on a server operating system. Where it is running? It is running on a server operating system. The easy example of application is any web server, email server, gaming servers, file servers, money transferring servers. All these are the servers are the applications. So every application is running on a server operating system. Okay. Server operating system can be Windows or Linux. These are the only two server operating systems we have. Windows and Unix and Linux. See, remember when I discussed my experience, actually I have already written here, right? Windows servers and Linux server. So I know how the Windows servers are built and I know how the Linux servers are built and how to use them. All these things I will show you in coming classes. But as of now, I know about both these servers, Windows servers as well as Linux servers. So these applications are running on the server operating system. Now, this server operating system is running on server hardware. See, when I say server is actually confusing terminology. There are two things in server. One is server operating system, and the other thing is server hardware. So the story begins from the server hardware. First, we have to take the server hardware, and top of the server hardware, we have to install the server operating system. On top of the server operating system, we need to install any application. So once the application is ready, our business is ready. Now people can start connecting to the application and they can start running the application. This is what the whole business is all about, right? Some people are designing the application and we need to host the application. But for this, what we need a server operating system, and under the server operating system, we need a server hardware. Our server hardware should be there with good configuration. Our server hardware should be there with very high configuration. In case if there is any problem somewhere, our server hardware should manage problem in the sense, suddenly the network traffic has increased. So server should be in a position to handle more traffic. So the game starts with this server hardware. So first we have to take this server hardware, then we have to take this server operating system, then we have to go and install the application. Then. So server operating system we can take either from Windows or Linux. This is done. Coming to the server hardware, from where we can take server hardware? IBM, HP, Dell, Lenovo, Toshiba. You may say like, okay, these are the companies that manufacture laptops. The same companies will manufacture your servers also, my friend. This is actually a server. Can you see here? This is a server machine. It is something like a desktop machine, right? It is looking something like a desktop machine. Obviously, it will be like a desktop machine, but it is a server machine with more hardware capabilities. Want to see the difference? This is the difference. Left side of your screen is a motherboard of a desktop, and right side of the screen is a motherboard of a server. And what is the difference you see there? The difference you see here is server motherboard has totally 4 processors and the desktop motherboard has only 1 processor. Processor is the brain of your machine, right? So server motherboard has more processors. On a desktop machine, maybe 2 TB storage can be connected, but in a server machine, 200 TB storage can be connected. So server is a very strong and very fast machine with more hardware capabilities. I'll take a very simple example. You know, there is a car. How many people a car can carry? Obviously 4 or 5 people, right? Let's say car can carry 5 people. But if you go with bus, it can carry 50 people. So car is like your laptop or a desktop and bus is like your server. Although the components will be same, we will have tires and engine and the body and the seats and everything. Okay, overall the architecture is same, but bus can carry more people. So how much money you need to pay for bus? Obviously 30 lakh, 40 lakh rupees. For a car, maybe like 8 lakh rupees, isn't it? So the difference here is your laptop and a desktop is having some hardware configuration and the same hardware configuration is there in the server, but server hardware is more in cost compared to laptop or desktop. Now, where is the problem here actually? Server hardware, server OS, application. Then as a user, we are connecting to the application. And if you come in the other order, as a user, we are connecting to the application. Application is running on the server operating system and server operating system is running on the server hardware. Quite simple mechanism here, right? But where exactly is the problem here? The problem is in this server hardware. But what is the problem? Let us see. If you take a laptop here, my friend, laptop with good configuration will come in, let's say $1,000. Server with good configuration, you may spend around $8,000. It can be like $20,000 also. But let's say average server, we need to spend how much money? $8,000. So for one physical server here, my friend, for this server hardware, how much money we are spending here now? $8,000 we are spending. Let me go to calculator here. Very interesting. Listen carefully, please. $8,000 multiplied by how much? Let's say 82 Indian rupees. You are spending 6 lakh plus rupees for one physical server. Okay, there is some money, right? 6 lakh, 7 lakh rupees is some money. Now, if you go to the smallest company on the face of the earth, that smallest company may have like 20, 30, 40 servers. Medium level companies can have like 100, 200, 300 servers. Big companies will have 500, 700, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 servers. Now, let's say you're working in a medium level company where there are 300 servers. So 6 lakh multiplied by 300 servers. How much money you are spending here, my friend? This is approximately 19 crore, 20 crore Indian rupees. Okay, every server will not be there with the same configuration. That means for every server, we are not spending 8,000 rupees, $8,000. For some servers, maybe you're spending only $3,000. For some servers, maybe you're spending $20,000. So overall, let's say on average, $8,000 if you're spending on one server, how much money you are spending on 300 servers? Some crores and crores of rupees you are spending on 300 servers. This is the problem we are facing for last many decades. Spending money on server is indeed a very painful thing. Obviously, you're spending a lot of money there. Your company is spending a lot of money there. See, your business has not yet started actually. Your application is not yet available on the internet. Before your application is even designed, before your application is even available over the internet, before people started connecting to your application, you need to spend that much money on your servers. That is a huge amount, right? Imagine you are starting a business tomorrow and you need to spend like say 5 crore rupees only to bring servers. That's a very difficult thing, right? Now, besides server, you know what you should do? Server is one of the machine, but besides server, you should take routers, firewalls here, routers, firewalls, switches, storage. You should take all these devices. So to run a application, you need server, routers, firewall, storage, switches. You should make a complete network that will cost you some crores and crores of Indian rupees. Now, after spending that much money, your application is ready. You're running your application. Now you should do some advertisement there so that people can connect to your application and they can start using the application. Now, if the application is successful, you are gaining some profits. But if your application is not successful, then you will lose a lot of money. Simple concept here, right? So the problem here is we need to spend a lot of money on our applications because applications are running on the server OS and server OS is running on our server hardware. So the game begins with this server hardware where we are spending crores and crores of rupees. Now, is there any solution here where without spending any money, I can run my application without spending any amount of rupees or dollars or whatever, I can run my application? Is there any option like this? The answer is yes. There is an option, and that option is cloud computing. See, I'm making a very big statement here, my friend. One option is you need to spend crores of rupees to bring server hardware, server operating system, and run the application. You need to spend how much money? Crores and crores of rupees. And then second option here is without spending crores and crores of rupees, you can run your application. How that is possible? That is possible in cloud. You know, there are certain cloud providers, companies like Amazon, Microsoft, Google. These companies are known as cloud providers. You know what these companies will do? They will simply say, listen, you have to run your application. No need to bring any server. No need to bring any server operating system. But my question is, if there is no server and server operating system, how can I run the application, right? Is it possible to run the application without a server OS and the server hardware? No. So the cloud provider will say, we will provide you all the infrastructure. Cloud provider will say, we will provide you the complete infrastructure. You need server, you can take server from us. You can take server operating system, you can take storage, you can take router, you can take firewall, you can take everything from us. So what our company will do here is, we will simply create an account in AWS. What we will do? We will simply create an account in AWS and we will connect to the AWS data centers. What we will do here, friends, we will connect to the AWS data centers. Let me just show you practically here. See, here it is aws.amazon.com. I just need to sign in here. By using the account, I can sign in. See, this is Mumbai, Hyderabad, Sydney, Singapore. Let me just connect to Sydney region now. I have just, connected to the Amazon data centers. In Amazon, people have data centers in multiple locations. So to which location I have connected now? I have connected to this Sydney location. Sydney location will be something like this, where there are many servers available, my friend. So I have just connected to this Sydney data center. You know what I can do? In Sydney data center, they have, thousands of servers available, TBs and TBs of storage available. So they are asking me to connect to the Sydney data center and run my application. And they are saying, how much server you need, we'll provide you that many servers. Which server operating system you need, we'll provide you that server operating system. You no need to take care about, you no need to worry about all these things. AWS people are saying, you no need to take care, you no need to worry about all these things, server hardware, server operating system, and all those things. You just take care of your application. So there is no need for me to bring anything. See, right now I'm sitting in my home. I don't have any server here, or storage, or a firewall, or a router. I just have a computer and a laptop. That's it. You know what I'll do now? In next couple of minutes, I will run a web server for you. I will launch a web server for you without even, having any of the operating system or any of the server resources. I will run a web server. How that is possible? I have just connected myself to the AWS data center, which is there in Sydney. And here I can have these services. And by using these services, I can run my application. So there is no need for me to pay any money as of now. No need to bring, no need to spend crores and crores of rupees in bringing servers, server operating systems, routers, switches, firewalls, storage, cables, racks, the physical infrastructure. No need to worry about all these things. Everything is available with Microsoft people. Everything is available with Amazon and Google people. They are simply asking me to connect to the data center and run the application. So just give me a couple of minutes. I'll just make a server for you. There is a service called EC2. I'm not explaining anything about any of these services here, my friend. It will take at least 2 weeks for me to go through all these concepts. 12 to 14 classes actually to go through all these classes. So I'm not going through this anything now. I'm just launching a server for you. I just want to show you how easy it is to create a server. So let us say this is your test web server. Say to run a web server, what you need here? You need a server hardware with some configuration. You need a server operating system, and then you're running the application, right? So application I will be running here, but server hardware and server operating system I'm taking from Amazon people. Got this scenario? Server hardware and server operating system I'll be taking from the Amazon people. So let me just go back to the Amazon console here now. I've just selected Linux here. I selected 1 GB RAM machine here. I'm just selecting some configuration here. Don't worry what I'm doing here as of now. I'll just go there and select the VPC here, something called public subnet, blah, blah, blah. I'm selecting many things here. Come down. I'm selecting 8 GB storage here. That's more than enough. And coming to this advanced details. I'll explain you all these options when we go with our regular classes. But as of now, I have a script here. I will just use this particular script. Okay. And then I'll do one thing. This is a web server that I'm creating here. So I'll be using all your names. Bharat. I'm not sure what's your name, my friend. It's KJ written here. Funny. Vishnu. Durga. Shakeel. And let me just write it down as John Cena and Virat Kohli. And let's say Katrina Kaif. This is a web server that I'm creating for you, and web server will contain something, right? So our web server has what information? Our names. Bharat, KJ, Funny, Vishnu, Durga, all these names are added here. So I'll just say launch instance here. See here, friends, where I'm sitting in my home. Do I have any infrastructure in my home? Like servers and routers and firewalls and all those things? No, nothing is there. Can I run the application without having all these things? No. But what I'm doing here, I have just taken all these things from the cloud provider like Amazon, and I'll be running my application there. So my application will be ready within like next 10 seconds. See, now it is running. My application is running here. Want to see? I'll select the
Yes.
application. There is a public IP address here. I'll just copy this IP 3.27.162.61. Copy this. I'll go to browser, paste that IP. What is IP? What I'm doing here, all these things we'll see in great details. Don't worry about this. I'll just put that particular IP address here. So once I put that particular IP address, you know what happens? I'll be connected to my web server. Okay, I'm in Sydney region. Fine. Let me just check one more time. security group. This is a mistake I did actually. I have not allowed SSH traffic here. Let me just do some changes here. HTTP is not allowed here. Okay, from anywhere. I'll just say save changes. Can you see it, friends? You are able to, I'm able to access this. Let me do one thing. I'll just put the IP address in the chat box, the same IP address. You do one thing. You just try to put the IP address in the chat box and tell me whether you're able to connect to this web server or not. 3.27.162.61. Enter this IP address in your browser and tell me if you are able to connect it or not. And tell me from which location you're joining this session. Previously,
Yes, I can see these names.
okay, you can see these names from where you are joining this session, Bharat.
I'm from Bangalore.
Okay, you're joining the session from Bangalore. Fine.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
last time I was not able to connect because I have not configured the firewall settings properly. Security. So for that reason, it was not allowing me. But as of now, see, I'm sitting in Hyderabad. You're sitting in Bangalore, and our server is actually running in, where
Sydney.
this exactly our server is running in the Amazon data center, which is there in Sydney. So not only you and me, any person across the globe can connect to our web server. And the IP address of our web server is 3.27.162.61. Easily you can connect to that particular web server. See, I am sitting in home without having any of these resources like server hardware or server operating system or firewalls or storage or anything. I have successfully launched my web server there. So like this, all the applications we can launch in cloud. So what are the advantages you have here? The advantages are there is absolutely no need to worry about the infrastructure now. Infrastructure will be taken care by the cloud provider. The maintenance work, the power supply, the backup power supply, okay, and what you say, the cooling system, upgrading part, troubleshooting part, everything will be taken care by them. We just need to have an account in cloud, connect through the account and launch your servers. This is as simple as this, my friend. This is a simple way of cloud services.
Yeah. Shakil, I have a doubt here.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are the benefits they're going to get? The like Amazon people, like they're going to provide the infrastructure, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever, either Microsoft or Amazon, Google, or whoever.
See, first of all, cloud is a business for Amazon, Microsoft, and Google, or all the other cloud providers. It's a business. They are not NGOs, right? For sure, they are not providing services for free. So it's a business. Now, I'll ask you a question. In a business, what is the first priority for you? What you're aiming to achieve in a business?
Profit?
Exactly. You need to achieve some profits. You need to achieve some money. Now, you're asking this question because I have created this machine without paying any money, right?
Correct.
Now, there are certain services which are free, and there are certain services for which we need to pay money. Everything is not free, my friend. Everything is not free over the cloud. So if you go with this Google Drive, 15 GB is free, but after 15 GB, we need to pay money. So what I'm trying to say here is in cloud, there are certain services which are free. Right now, the web server which is running here is free. But once you join a company, there will be some hundreds of servers in a company. All the hundreds of servers are not free. So AWS people will charge you some money. Some basic amount will be there. Some, thousands of rupees per month. According to your usage, actually, some charges will be applied. Some billing will come. So that bill you need to pay, or that bill your company needs to pay. So as of now, some millions of companies are using cloud services, and every month they are paying some billions of dollars. Okay, I can do calculation in different way. I can show these things in different way. Let's say if you want to start a business, you need to spend, let's say, around 5 crore rupees. A small business, you need to make infrastructure, you need to spend how much money? 5 crore rupees. Fine. Now, instead of spending 5 crore rupees, what you do, you go to cloud and you are paying, let's say, 10,000 rupees every month. Which one is better? Spending 5 crore rupees on day one or spending 10,000 rupees per month? Obviously, the second option, right?
Yeah.
I'm paying 10,000 rupees to AWS people. I'm using their resources. But you know, my friend, I'm not the only person who is paying money to them, right? There are some lakhs of companies who are using their resources and they are paying money. Okay, means they have a server here. Very interesting point. Listen carefully, please. They have a server here in cloud. On this particular server, I am running my web server here. I'm not the only person who is connected to this physical server. Like me, maybe there are like 400 more people who are connected to this physical server and they are running their applications here. So when I run a application, my application is running on a physical machine, but my application is not the only application that is running here. Like me, many people are connected to the data center and many people are connected to this server and they are also running the application there. So AWS people will charge money from me. They will charge money from the other person also. So like this, they are taking one server and they are providing services to many people, hundreds of people, and they are charging money from everyone. Let's say they are charging only, let's say $10 from every person per month. For me, $10 is not a big amount, right? Let's say 800 rupees per month is not a big amount. I'm more than happy. But you know, my friend, they are charging $10 from how many people now? 400 people. Now just do the calculation. How much profits they are getting now? This is the way they will be done. And to understand actually how they are getting profits, this is the concept we need to understand, virtualization. So by taking one single physical machine, they can divide one single physical machine into hundreds of virtual machines. Okay, so all these hundreds of virtual machines are running on one physical machine. So AWS people have spent money on one physical machine, but they are getting, let's say if they have spent money on one physical machine, let's say $5,000, for example. But you know, when they give these 5,000 machines to all the customers, they may get $20,000 in return. That's a great profit for me, right? So they're not providing everything for free. They are providing some services for free, but for the other services, we need to pay money. Whatever money we are paying here, my friend, it will be always less than this money. Instead of spending 5 crore rupees on day one, we'll be spending some money every month. It is something like, you know, EMI. Like, you know, we people are more than happy with EMI across the globe. Go to any city, any country, actually, people are more than happy to pay some amount through this EMI, monthly installments, right? That is quite an easy way of, you know, purchasing something or buying something or whatever. So the same logic applies here. So Amazon people will charge money, whatever money they are charging, that will be great for me, because, you know, instead of spending 5 crore rupees on day one, I'm spending 10,000, 15,000 rupees every month, and simply I can use the resources without having any other headache. Any other headache means I don't need to manage a physical infrastructure. No backup power supply is needed. No cooling system is needed. Okay. No troubleshooting should be done. No upgrading should be done. We are not using servers for like 10 years or 20 years, my friend. Servers will be used only for like 2 years and maximum 2.5 years. After 2 years and 2.5 years, we need to again replace the servers. So then again, we need to pay money. We need to spend money. But you know, AWS people, they will simply manage everything for us. So there is no need for us to, like, you know, pay extra money for the new servers. So this is a profit. So it is a win-win situation for everyone. I am saving money. Cloud provider is getting more money. I am saving money on my infrastructure. Cloud provider is sharing the same infrastructure with some millions of people. So they are getting a lot of profit there. So the infrastructure that you see right now here, this one, I can say some thousands of companies are connected to this data center and they are running their applications. I don't know who are the other companies connected. No one knows, actually. Only Amazon people knows who are connected there. So thousands of people are connected. Thousands of companies are connected to the Amazon data center in this Sydney region, and they are running their applications. And Amazon people are charging money from every person. Before I take any other question from you, let me just go with a very simple example here. This one. We know this very well, right? Marriage function halls. Whenever someone is getting married in our family, what we do? We just go to the nearby function hall and we just book our function hall there. For how much time? Let's say for 24 hours or 36 hours, or let's say for like 2 days or whatever. And for this, we need to pay some money. So whatever money they are charging for this particular function hall for like 2 days or 1 day, we are more than happy to pay that much money, right? Is it possible for us to make a function hall and to get married there? Literally, you cannot imagine the situation, right? No one is there across the globe who will make a function hall, then he will get married. After getting married, he will destroy the function hall. No way. So function halls are already available. So how they are getting profits there? Every month, maybe they will be holding like 20 to 25 marriages. And from every marriage, they are taking some money. So I'll be more than happy to pay this much money for like one day. I'll do my function. I'll just go home. That's it. Next day, some other person is coming here. This is something like cloud services where a resource will be shared by multiple people, maybe at same time or maybe at different time. In cloud, it will be shared with multiple people at same time. This is one of the richest business. This is one of the most profitable business we have across the globe, providing cloud services. Just imagine, my friend, a company like Amazon, Microsoft, Google. If these three companies are providing cloud services, just imagine how big is this business. Microsoft and Google, we can still relate them with our IT. But Amazon is completely a non-technical, non-IT background company, right? It started as an e-commerce website for some other business. But they started cloud services in the year 2006 because they realized this is one business where, they can get a lot of profits. Tomorrow, Amazon people can start, let's say, your construction business. They can start any business, right? So Amazon company is actually a non-IT company. They have a lot of money, so they have the plan to provide these services. So they started providing services. That's it. Okay, so this is cloud computing where we are running our applications and we are storing our data on some other data center, which is not under our control. Okay, we just need to run our application and store our data on a data center, which is running under the control of Amazon, Microsoft, Google, or any other cloud provider. We just need to pay money every month and we need to use these services. We need to use the applications, storage, and all these things. So it is indeed a win-win situation for everyone, for the cloud provider as well as for our company. Both are happy. We are saving a lot of money. They are getting a lot of money. Brilliant idea, right? So this is your cloud computing, my friend. So what we are going to learn in cloud computing, this is what we are going to learn in cloud computing. I just created a server here. Now I'm terminating the server. I don't need the server anymore. I just showed you a lab here. So I'm just deleting the server. So we should know how to add servers. We should know how to stop them, delete them, terminate them, or we should know how to increase and decrease the resources. We should know how to provide security there. We should know how to configure a concept called auto scaling where automatically servers can be added, servers can be removed. We should know how to provide proper load balancing there. We should know what is the type of server we need to take. All these things we are going to learn in great details in our coming classes. So this is the concept of cloud computing. Because we are saving money, because it is very easy to use, because it is more secure, because it is flexible and it is always available, companies are more than liking this particular concept and they are moving everything into cloud. One simple point before I stop this session or before I take any other question from you. See, today, this is 2023. Let's say the year is 2003. In the year 2003, if you ask me a question, let's say 2013 actually, not 3. In the year 2013, if you ask me a question, where are the web servers running? My answer would have been like 90% web servers are running on physical server. But in the year 2023, if you ask me, where are the web servers running? My answer today is 90% web servers are running on virtual server. What is a virtual server? A server that is created in a cloud. See, in 10 years, such a drastic change, such a big change. 10 years before, 90% web servers were running on physical server within our company. But today, like just now we created a web server, right? And we have deleted also. So, but today, 90% of web servers are running over the cloud without any hassle, without any difficulties, without any problem. They're running smoothly on cloud. When you connect to Netflix, PhonePe, Google Pay, Hotstar, Ola, Uber, Swiggy, Zomato, WhatsApp, Instagram, all these applications are running on cloud. I can just name the applications for next 2 hours actually. Whatever applications I have named, these are the most common applications we use, right? Every application is running on cloud. So they are not worried about the infrastructure there. They are only maintaining their applications. Okay, so they have a dedicated team in their company. Let's say Netflix, they have dedicated team in their company who will connect their application, who will run their application on the cloud, and they will maintain all the services over the cloud. Job done. This is what we need to learn. So when a company is hiring us as a cloud administrator, they will see whether you have the ability to launch a server or not, whether you have the ability to run your application or not, whether you have the ability to take the storage and provide the security or not. So once you learn all these things, obviously you'll get all these abilities, right? You'll get all this knowledge. You'll be eligible to work as a cloud administrator in any company across the globe. Okay, friends, so that's it for the day. That's it for this demo. We have like one more demo tomorrow, and hopefully we'll see more details of cloud tomorrow. And actually, this class is scheduled at 9 a.m. It is not at 10 a.m. Hopefully tomorrow we'll go with at 10 a.m. But after that, we'll be coming at 9 a.m. here. Okay. And I'm here for like a couple of minutes here. If you have any doubts or questions, feel free to send your questions here, my friend.
Yeah, Shakil, like I have a general questions. Like as you said, like Amazon, Microsoft Azure as Google as a cloud service provider in the
Uh-huh.
market. But which is the best thing for us to learn and get a good opportunity in the companies?
See,
Best.
when you start learning cloud, whenever you learn, wherever you learn, it's a different part. But when you start learning cloud, the first thing you should do is Amazon Web Services. For last 12 years, 13 years, Amazon Web Services is the market leader. And for many more years to come, Amazon Web Services will be the market leader. So the first thing is you should learn AWS. After AWS, if you want to learn any other cloud service, then it will be Microsoft Azure.
Mhm.
Okay, the market leader is AWS. How many services AWS is providing, how easy the services are available, how flexible the services are available. No other cloud provider is providing that many services.
Okay. What about the job opportunities? AWS, Azure, and the Google compared to all these
See,
things.
obviously, if the AWS is used in many companies, and job opportunities will be there on AWS in many companies, right? But you know what
Yeah.
is the other advantage you have if you know the AWS concept? You have already done your Azure. At least theoretical part is already done. You just need to have the concept practically.
Okay.
At the end of the day, cloud is cloud. Like for example, imagine you are using a Samsung mobile phone and suddenly you started using Oppo or Vivo. Will it be difficult for you to use Oppo or Vivo? No. Some services may be different there, right? Some services can be different there, but overall, it's a mobile phone with similar features and similar options. Here also same, whether it is Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud or AWS. Concept is same. How to configure them can be different. Like for example, this is your AWS cloud here. See, this is the console you see here. In Amazon, in Microsoft Azure, it can be a bit different. In Google Cloud, it can be a bit different. But overall, once you finish your AWS, you know the concept of Azure as well as GCP. You just need to learn the practical things here. That's it. Okay.
And Shakil, we were getting very late to join the demo session, the classes links from the management. Just can you inform them at least half an hour before on every day? Like it will be good.
Okay. The link
Today I
that
got around 10:07 or 10:10, I think.
okay, the link that you are using today will be the same link today tomorrow also, my friend.
Oh, is it okay? I thought it
Yeah.
will be differ from
No.
every day they will change.
No, they will not change every day. So for 2 days, 3 days, it will be changed. Then after that, the paid link will be there. After like tomorrow, I think whoever paid the fee, they will share the link with those people. And that link will be again same for like at least couple of weeks.
Will we get this recorded session after this class?
Yeah, this recorded session will be available on YouTube. The demo sessions will be available on YouTube. They have a channel there, DURGASOFT Software Solutions. So it will be available on YouTube within like half an hour. And all the remaining regular classes will be shared only with the people who register for this particular course. So after tomorrow, the classes will not be available on YouTube. It will be directly shared with the students who register for this course. And like I said, the class is scheduled at 9 p.m. Let me just write it down here. We already have some people there. So it is scheduled at 9 a.m. Sorry, not p.m. It is scheduled at 9 a.m. So tomorrow also it will be at 10 a.m. but after tomorrow it will be at 9 a.m. Okay, and let me
The
just write.
both the classes will be the same topics like
Yeah. Both the
because
topics.
9 a.m. already students are there
No,
like.
no. It will be exactly at the same topic. Okay, so let me just write it down. What are the other benefits, or what are the other things you will get from this place? Okay, so first of all, each and every class is a recorded class. So recordings will be shared with you after like 2 days, like I said, you directly be shared with the students. So recordings will be available, and then I'll provide you some documents, the authentic documents, so that you can go through all the theory in great details. I'll provide you the FAQs, interview questions or FAQs, whatever you say. I'll be providing you all these things. Okay, I'll provide you the running notes. I'll provide you the lab scenarios. So I'll be providing all these details. So recordings will be provided by the management. Okay, all the other things will be provided by me. If I can show you one of my existing batch here, for example, let's go with 5 p.m. only. And see, I'll be making notes like this every day. And if I go to a concept like Texas security group, for example, I have to add all the theoretical part here. I need to explain everything. Then I need to make a project here. It will be something like this. All the practicals I need to add here so that I can explain everything in detail. So this will be the diagram that I need to show you. And I need to make there itself every day. We need to add some topic there. See, I have not made this diagram within a day actually. VPC took one session, internet gateway took one session. Okay, security group took like 3 sessions. Okay, public subnet and private subnet, it took like nearly 2 sessions. Okay, so creation of this EC2 machine took nearly like 5 to 6 sessions. So like this, slowly and steadily, we need to add the components there, and at the end of the course, we will be ready with our complete infrastructure where we know about the servers, the storage, the databases, the networking part, the application part, the security part. All these things we are going to cover in our coming 45 days.
The interview questions will be shared after the particular concept or like how at the end of the course like.
It depends actually. I can share after the session. I can show you where are the interview questions after every session, or I can show you after the course. It depends. So initially, I'll just try to take things in an easy way.
Yeah,
On day one, only if I put everything in front of you, it will be difficult for you to in a way digest in a way, if I can say frankly. So
that's true.
I'll just try to go in a sequence. So that will be useful for you to understand and learn all the concepts.
Yeah, sure. And one more thing, we are happy with your teaching. Just yeah, we'll continue the classes from tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay, thanks a lot, Bharat, for that. So hopefully we'll meet again tomorrow at same time, 10 a.m. and we'll try to see more about cloud computing tomorrow so that we'll be ready with the 9 a.m. people. Okay, so that's it for the day, friends. We'll be joining the session with the same link tomorrow, and hopefully tomorrow it will be the last day of our link. For tomorrow, hopefully you'll be joining at 9 a.m. Okay, so that's it for the day, friends. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.